welcome to our school choice information session presented by Gaston County Schools. I am Todd Hagans, and it is a pleasure to have all of you with us today. This program is the second of 4 school choice information sessions that are designed to give parents and the community an opportunity to learn about the 21 dynamic school choice and magnet school programs that are available to students for the upcoming 2021-2022 academic year. During this session, we are highlighting 5 of our school choice programs: the Gifted and Talented Academy at Pleasant Ridge Elementary School, and representing Pleasant Ridge is the principal, Glenn Cook. The Gifted and Talented Academy at Cramerton Middle School, and representing Cramerton is the principal, Jessica Steiner. The Collegiate Prep Academy at Forestview High School, and representing Forestview is the principal, Crystal Hauser, who I might add is the current Gaston County Principal of the Year. We also have the iAccelerate Academy at Ashbrook High School, and representing Ashbrook is the principal, Dr. Rebecca Wilson. And we also have the Gaston County Virtual Academy, and representing the Virtual Academy is our Virtual Learning Coordinator, Bianca Yavalak. Also joining us are Denise McLean, our Executive Director for Student Support Services, and Terry Surbeck, our Director of Student Assignment. Thank you all for taking time to be with us today. As you all know, it is school choice time in Gaston County Schools, and we are currently accepting applications for all 21 of our choice programs. Parents may submit an application online by going to the Gaston County Schools website and clicking the School Choice Magnet Schools icon. You can also access the information through the Gaston County Schools mobile app. We want to let everyone know that the deadline to submit an application is Sunday, February 28th. Our school choice programs are open to students who are enrolled in Gaston County Schools, as well as students who are currently enrolled in a private school, charter school, virtual school, or homeschool program. Here is how today's webinar will work. We will give each school representative an opportunity to share information about the school choice program at his or her school. Once we have shared about the 5 schools being featured during this session, we will give our webinar participants an opportunity to ask questions using the Q&A feature. The programs that we are highlighting during this webinar are associated directly with our college prep theme. At Pleasant Ridge Elementary, the Gifted and Talented Academy is designed for students who have the ability to excel academically in a dynamic school environment. Students participate in the study of science, math, reading, and other subjects, engage in problem solving and critical thinking activities, use modern technology as a learning tool, develop leadership skills, and flourish in their capacity to think creatively and at a higher level. Additionally, the school-wide enrichment model gives all students at Pleasant Ridge an opportunity to explore various areas of interest. At Cramerton Middle School, the Gifted and Talented Academy provides a challenging learning environment that encourages students to interact with their peers academically, creatively, aesthetically, and socially at a higher level. Students at Cramerton Middle are engaged in lessons that involve critical thinking, teamwork, and advanced learning. Students gain many opportunities through the school enrichment model, and students are able to take various high school courses while in middle school. At Forestview High School, the Collegiate Prep Academy is designed to offer a challenging curriculum so students gain the academic confidence and foundational skills necessary for success at the college level. Through the Advanced Placement Capstone Pathway, students develop, practice, and sharpen their critical and creative thinking skills by completing the AP Seminar and AP Research courses, as well as other AP courses in various subject areas. Students who pass the AP courses and score high enough on the AP exams can earn the AP Seminar and Research Certificate or the AP Capstone Diploma, which helps students to stand out when applying to college by sending the message that they have achieved early success on college-level curriculum. It is important to point out that students can begin their education in the gifted and talented program at Pleasant Ridge and continue the emphasis on college prep at Cramerton Middle and then at Forestview High School. So with that information as an overview, I would like to begin our first presentation focusing on the Gifted and Talented Academy at Pleasant Ridge Elementary School. And Principal Glenn Cook, thank you for being with us. And Mr. Cook, we will ask you to begin by describing your school choice program in 100 words or less.
Thank you, Mr. Hagens. So yes, Pleasant Ridge Elementary School is a school-wide enrichment model magnet school. We look at gifts and talents of all of our students. And when we hear gifts and talents, we mostly think of the intellectual ability of one student. We think about the academics, and we definitely offer our students a rigorous curriculum from an AIG certified teacher all day long. But we also look at the gifts and talents of all students by looking at it at a very broad spectrum, where we look at their interests, their passions, their loves, and we provide them enrichment clusters where they can learn about sewing, gardening, German, foreign language, whatever it may be, whatever they're passionate about.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the classes or the pathways or the courses, programs that you have available to students. Are there, what courses are the favorites among students?
Well, I would have to say some of their favorites is anything that has to deal with music. We are one of the only elementary schools around that I know of that actually has a marching band where students in the early grades are getting the opportunity to flourish in the arts. So that's definitely one of the fan favorites. Pottery is another big one. Anything with video productions, those are some of the fan favorites.
So I think it is important to point out that you mentioned that it is about academics, but it also is about exploring other areas, creativity, and many other things that makes a student well-rounded.
Absolutely. And when we're looking at our classrooms and what our students are able to receive is when we're looking at those that are qualified to receive that rigorous curriculum, it opens up the opportunity for us to compact the curriculum, to accelerate the curriculum where we are able to take that standard much deeper. It opens up that time where we can look at the critical thinking, the problem solving, and apply it to real world application.
Okay, if you had to use 3 words and just 3 words to describe your program, what are those 3 words?
That's a tough one. I think the first word would be opportunities, because when I cannot think of another school where you can learn about sewing, German, pottery making, culinary arts. So just having that opportunity for students is definitely one that sticks out in my mind. The other one, another word would be rigorous. Because again, we're not just looking at the standard at that surface level, we're definitely taking it deeper, looking at that real world application. And then I think it would be meaningful, because we know that there's an importance with the academics. We understand that is a focus, but we also look at that whole child and look at their interest and what they're passionate about and give them those opportunities that I believe makes our educational experience very meaningful for children.
Okay, what is one thing that you want parents and the community to know about your program?
I think the first thing would be, or the main thing I would want our community and families to know, is that students may experience feelings that they haven't experienced before. When they are working in a rigorous curriculum, they may be feeling challenges, they may feel frustration, and those are all normal feelings. And we have quality teachers, we have wonderful support staff that are here to help our students through these feelings. And also we offer supports for families. We provide a series of parent and family sessions to help address the understanding of our special unique needs of our gifted students. And we call it SING, and it's the supporting emotional needs of the gifted. So we look at everybody and helping to support the students and families.
So all of the great activities and programs that students who are in the Gifted and Talented Academy at Pleasant Ridge, once they reach the 6th grade, They have the opportunity to transition to Cramerton Middle School for the Gifted and Talented Academy. And Principal Jessica Steiner is with us. And Ms. Steiner, I will give you an opportunity to describe the Gifted and Talented program at the middle school level in 100 words or less.
Well, I'll try to do it in 100 words or less, but I definitely say that I might go a little bit over. Cramerton's Gifted and Talented Academy, we offer the opportunity to excel in academic areas while also exploring extracurricular interests such as Pleasant Ridge's. We're the only middle school in the district that's embracing a school-wide implementation of the PADEA instructional program through our partnership with the National PADEA Center. The PADEA program consists of 3 parts: didactic instruction leading to knowledge acquisition, intellectual coaching, and seminar dialogue. Cramerton's goal is to become a PADEA certified school within the next few years, and we're adding aspects of that every year, which includes an entire school culture with PADEA classrooms and the PADEA Coach Project.
So let's talk about some of the classes or pathways that you offer at Cramerton. And I mentioned earlier that your students have the opportunity to take high school courses while in middle school.
Yes, they do. Like with Pleasant Ridge, our students are enrolled in year-long courses that are academically gifted in math and advanced language arts. They're rigorous, they're challenging, and they meet the academic needs of our students. They, again, like I said, they take PADEA seminars and teach them how to think, discuss, and act in the ways to thrive in the 21st century. They also, like you said, have the opportunity to take high school level courses and can take up to 4 course credits if they would like to move into middle school, which includes English 1, Math 1, World History, and Spanish 1.
And that really helps for those students who want to get ahead in high school that they've already taken those courses in middle school. So it opens up the schedule, I guess you could say, for other courses to take. So that is really an advantage for students at Cramerton Middle School. Now, let's talk about what makes your program stand out.
Our program, I feel like, stands out because we offer that PADEA seminar discussion in all core areas. Even though we do a lot of focusing on math and English language arts, all of our courses, including our science and social studies, as well as all of our on-core electives, participate in PADEA seminars. Students benefit from the enrichment opportunities, much like Pleasant Ridge, because we do have a school-wide enrichment program as well. They get to explore their interests and passions outside of the traditional classroom. They participate in these weekly meetings with peers and a teacher who also has the same interests so that they can explore with them. This is a time for the students to discover what they're good at and what their passions are outside of the regular academic classroom. That type of enrichment, we feel like, helps them explore different avenues, as well as interacts with the other parts of their brain that are non-academic but benefit academically as well. So
I will challenge you to use 3 words to describe your program. What are those 3 words?
The 3 words that definitely come to mind is challenging. Like I will refer back to like what Mr. Cook had said. The students are very challenged here, so they might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but we have a great support system as well. We understand that gifted students, every child is gifted in a specific way and in different ways, but we're here to help them, and they are here to learn from other students their same age and maybe explore different passions as well. We have advanced capacity for them to learn and apply new knowledge in every subject area. I will say that another word that comes to mind is multifaceted. Our program is multifaceted because it not only meets their academic needs, like I said, but it also meets that creative and social needs through PADEA, through their intellectual conversations and through talent explorations in a wide choice of the enrichment clusters. I will also say that the third word that comes to mind is nurturing. Middle school, like many people believe, is a tough time in a student's life, from changes in rigorous content to their social emotional needs. So we have different learning and social emotional needs that gifted students we feel like we could meet, or we know that we can meet through our staff members, and our supportive environment and community throughout our school.
Well, thank you for sharing about Cramerton Middle School, a great program, a college prep themed program there through the Gifted and Talented Academy. So now let's direct our attention to the Gaston County Schools Collegiate Prep Academy at Forestview High School. And Principal Crystal Hauser is with us. And Mrs. Hauser, if you had to describe the Forestview program in 100 words or less, how would you do it?
Thank you, Todd. The College Prep Academy at Forestview High School is dedicated to preparing students for success in high school and college. Our students learn how to present dynamically and professionally, how to think critically about the information they receive and find, and how to develop critical arguments, writing, and presentation. Our students are curious, capable, and creative problem solvers. They're scholars and they are leaders.
And Mrs. Hauser, I know that we have always said with the Academy at Forestview that if you are looking for college prep, you can find it at Forestview High School. So let's talk about some of the classes, the courses, the pathways that are offered to students so that they can find that college prep and find that success.
Thank you. I will say that the students that are coming to us from Pleasant Ridge and Cramerton through that pathway are definitely ready to take the challenge. So we start in 9th grade. Freshmen will take an honors research methods course where they learn the process of questioning and methods needed for research in science and the humanities. Then they move into a sophomore class. It's an AP Prep research and composition where they still learn about research, but now the presentation and the writing skills are the focus. As juniors, they take a year-long AP seminar course. This is a College Board course, which applies and develops the research and critical thinking skills needed for college work. And then as seniors, they take the year-long AP Research, another College Board course where they develop and conduct an independent capstone research project. In addition to those required courses, the participants will take 4 other advanced placement courses of their choosing, and we offer a huge variety of AP courses that span from math and science to the arts and humanities. So many choices to continue to develop those artistic gifts and talents along with your academic gifts and talents.
Now, certainly we have highlighted the pathway that is established from Pleasant Ridge to Cramerton to Forestview, but I do want to point out, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I do want to point out that you do not have to be at, say, Cramerton Middle School to apply for Forestview. Is that correct?
That is correct. When students apply for our program, we look for students that are creative thinkers, that are motivated, and that want to go beyond a regular academic course of study.
And that holds true as well for Pleasant Ridge. You do not have to attend Pleasant Ridge in order to apply for Cramerton. Okay, I wanted to make sure that that was clear because I didn't want people to miss out on an opportunity because they did not think they were already in the pathway. Okay, let's go back to the Collegiate Prep Academy at Forestview. If you had to identify something that makes your program stand out, what would you say is that thing, Mrs. Hauser?
Thank you. Our College Prep Academy offers each student individual attention. It guides them through strategic course selection and the college application process. This program develops the necessary skills that they need to be successful in college and in life beyond college. The fact is, students are dropping out of college at alarming rates. Those who do stay in school are taking, on average, 6 years to complete their bachelor's degree, and that racks up a tremendous amount of student loan debt in the process. Our program is part of the solution.
And if you had to select 3 words to describe your program, what would those words be?
Those words are very similar to what my colleagues have already named. I would say scholarly, because the foundation of this program is College Board's proven course curricula. Our students take 6 or more of the advanced place courses, which high schools have trusted these courses offered by College Board for generations. Our students think critically, present themselves professionally, and write skillfully. I would also use the word inclusive. We work diligently to recruit students with the potential for advanced education who would not normally participate in AP courses. We teach them the skills they need to succeed in these courses and in life beyond. Finally, I would say progressive. We have developed a unique approach to closing the achievement gap, to correcting the deficits for our college students, and to enhance the courses offered by the College Board, which is a respected institution throughout higher education.
And I think you highlight something that parents want to hear. The Collegiate Prep Academy helps students get an advantage for college and to help to be prepared for college so that they can complete those degrees in your traditional 4 years as opposed to say 5 or 6 years. So it really prepares students for that college experience, and students that go through the Forestview program, they have proven that they can handle the college level work. So thank you for sharing about Forestview High School. And now we want to turn our attention to the iAccelerate Academy at Ashbrook High School. It is an outstanding college prep program that gives students an opportunity to enjoy all of the academic and extracurricular activities that are provided by a comprehensive high school while taking advantage of college level courses. Best of all, students can complete courses to obtain college credit and even work toward obtaining an associate degree from Gaston College while in high school. And I said best of all, parents, this is probably what is best of all to you, is that in your mind, it's great to know that your child can earn college credit and even a college degree through the iAccelerate Academy free of charge. And Dr. Rebecca Wilson, the principal at Ashbrook, is here with us. And so, Dr. Wilson, if you could explain or describe your program in 100 words or less, what would you say?
Sure. Besides free, the iAccelerate Academy allows students to have rigorous classes, which will then have them taking high school classes and college classes at the same time to earn as many college credits as possible, while also experiencing all of the fun of a comprehensive high school.
And so let's talk about those classes and those courses that are available to students.
Sure. So students, when they take classes here at the high school level, they will take AP prep classes with the idea that they will move on to college classes as soon as possible. Our coursework with the college that follows the college transfer pathway, which will allow students, as long as they are wanting to work towards that associate's degree, it will allow them to earn that associate degree within the 4 years that they also are earning their high school diploma, because the coursework for the college will also give them high school credit. So it gives them free college credit, but it also gives them high school credit for a lot of required classes, but also elective classes.
And you have had students who have taken advantage of that,
Mm-hmm.
and they have gone into college, their first year in college, at the sophomore or even the junior level of college.
Yes, sir. So when a student earns an associate degree, that will allow them to transfer to a 4-year university at a junior level. And it will take away all of the just general elective college classes. When students transfer with some college classes, it will take place of some of their general electives, but maybe not a full 2 years worth. And we've had 2 students who have graduated from Ashbrook who have been able to earn their associate degree. What is great about the iAccelerate Academy is that it allows students to take those classes prior to their junior year. The 2 graduates that we did have, they were not able to take college classes because we did not have the iAccelerate Academy then until their junior year. But the iAccelerate Academy allows students to take classes prior to their junior year, which means that it would give more freedom for students to not have to spend evenings in summertime taking a bunch of college classes.
Okay, so let's use 3 words to describe the program at Ashbrook. What are those 3 words?
The 3 words that my colleagues have also, one of them is that my colleagues have also used is rigorous. In order to take college classes, which they are under the Career and College Promise or CCP program, prior to their junior year, students have to be identified AIG in both reading and math, and they also have to meet college readiness standards on certain assessments that are accepted. And students also need to be self-motivated. So it is very rigorous. Would also use the word tuition free, because Academy students do not pay for any of their college classes or their college textbooks. So it will allow them to earn as many college credits as they choose to earn, including an associate degree, free of charge. The last word I would use is comprehensive. So our Academy students are able to participate in all aspects or activities of a comprehensive high school within 4 years, while being duly enrolled in high school as well as college.
I think that the information that the 4 of you have shared really shows the emphasis on being prepared for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that all of the programs do that. And I think that parents should be interested, and certainly students, because we want all of our students to know what they would love to do after they graduate. And so we are trying our best to make sure that we prepare them through programs like our college theme academies. So now we would like to focus on our 5th program that's involved with this webinar, and it is the Gaston County Virtual Academy. The Gaston County Virtual Academy is a dynamic online school that offers personalized learning and schedule flexibility for students in all grade levels. This program is ideal for students who are currently in a homeschool setting. The online classes are aligned with the North Carolina Standard Course of Study and with a focus on English and language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. World languages, elective, and career and technical education classes are also available. It is important to note that students in the Virtual Academy do not navigate the online school environment alone. Teachers are available to offer guidance, help with lessons, have discussions, and provide feedback on assignments. Further, students have the opportunity to interact with other Virtual Academy students through various enrichment activities. Now, before we hear from Mrs. Yavalak about our Virtual Academy, we want to say that we realize that a number of students enrolled in the Virtual Academy this year only because of concerns related to the pandemic. Applications are being accepted right now for students wishing to be a part of the Virtual Academy as it was intended prior to the pandemic to give students personalized online learning with schedule flexibility. Should the pandemic persist in the 2021-2022 school year, we will give students an option for virtual learning through their home school. So I would like to welcome Bianca Yavalak. She is our coordinator for virtual learning. And Ms. Yavalak, I will give you the same opportunity as your colleagues in 100 words or less. How would you describe the Gaston County Virtual Academy?
Thanks, Todd. So the Gaston Virtual Academy was created to give students the opportunity to learn in a flexible virtual environment. So originally it was created for students who needed an opportunity or an alternative from a traditional school setting. We've grown over the last 4 years, adapted to meet the needs of students in a variety of situations. This year, taking on emergency enrollments due to the pandemic allowed us to reflect, to look forward and work on building a program that is much larger really than what we had intended in the past. And so we're excited to see what 2021, 2022 will bring with a much larger enrollment.
And I mentioned earlier that the virtual academy is ideal for students in a homeschool setting. I'd like for you to elaborate on that, because what I understand is a student can maintain his or her homeschool status while taking several courses through the virtual academy, and that really helps with that homeschool program. Will you share a little more information about that?
Sure. So we have students who are traditionally homeschooled, whose parents may not be able to support the North Carolina's required curriculum in certain courses, and so they can come to us to take electives, or they can come to us to take higher level maths, or they can come to us to take access to courses that they may not be able to support as well from home, where that we can enroll them with certified teachers and the support of Gaston County Schools curriculum as a whole.
And sometimes you have parents who are looking for those higher level, more specialized courses, and that have students in the homeschool setting. And if they look to our program for those courses, we provide those courses to them free of charge. They can get those from us without having to pay for them through another virtual or another type of school program. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So because we are a Gaston County public school, all of our courses are offered through a normal public school system. So, we have the benefit of being able to offer opportunities for free. Our students can take CCP courses that Dr. Wilson was talking about just a minute ago. Our students can come in and take AP courses, or even we're hopeful to get back, if we can get past the pandemic situation, to having students be able to come in and take arts courses, CTE courses as well.
So if you had to select 3 words to describe the Gaston Virtual Academy, what would those words be?
Is it cheating if I pick virtual as the first one? Virtual, obviously. So our students take all of their coursework online. So the only, in the past, our students had the opportunity to come face-to-face to work with teachers for tutoring, remediation if needed. We set up opportunities for, interpersonal. We wanted the students to get to know each other. So we had clubs and field trips and things. And obviously we haven't been able to maintain that this year in the situation we're in, but the learning happens virtually, which my second word is flexible. That's really kind of the beauty of the virtual academy, is we have students who need a situation that's not a traditional school setting. They can't, an 8 to 3, sitting in a classroom all day, every day is not something that they can maintain and really learn to the best of their ability. And so we offer the flexibility of a student to be able to work their time throughout their day or their week. And that makes us unique. So unique is my third word. So we are we're the only K-12 school, and we're the only school that really offers opportunities for students to truly personalize what their day and what their week looks like for their own success.
And I think that schedule flexibility is important to note with the Virtual Academy, because we have students who are involved with various competitions and various interests that, like you said, it doesn't work for their schedule for them to be in a classroom in a school setting from 8 to 3 o'clock. So it does provide that flexibility with the Gaston County Virtual Academy. Well, I would like to thank all of our school representatives for your great presentations. And after hearing about these programs, you're really impressed to find out all that is being offered and all that is going on at Pleasant Ridge and Cramerton, Forestview, Ashbrook, and through the Virtual Academy. So now I would like to turn to Ms. McLean and Ms. Surbeck to offer some general information about school choice and to help provide some overview information related to our school choice process. Ms. McLean?
Yes, sir. Thank you. One of the things that I would remind parents and families that the application is online. You can visit our school choice website, and from there go to the link and complete your application. So remember, it's online, no paper pencil in completing the application. Another reminder that I would provide is that you must submit your application by Sunday, February the 28th. And again, that's a hard date. So Sunday, February 28th, please get those applications in, and I wouldn't wait around, but move as quickly as possible. Third, our lottery is actually April the 1st, and it is a virtual lottery. So you don't have to worry about finding a place, going to a particular spot to participate, and you don't have to worry about having a link to join the lottery. It's all done with our third-party vendor. And again, it's virtual, so no need to worry about being there, being present. The next thing, you will receive an email notification of your acceptance. So in terms of calling a school and finding out if you were accepted for a particular program, just watch your email, because you will receive notification whether or not you were actually accepted into a choice program. And finally, I would end with saying July 28th is the day that all parents and students must make a decision, a final decision about the choice seat that they will hold. And this is important so that schools can move forward in finalizing schedules and creating schedules for their students. So those are just a few reminders that I would ask parents to make sure they hold as they move through this process.
Thank you for that information. And we would like to give our participants an opportunity to submit general questions about school choice using the Q&A feature that is available through the webinar. At the bottom of your screen, you should see the Q&A icon, which allows you to submit a question. We do ask that you keep your questions general, since we have a number of people participating in our program today. And if you have a question that is specific to your child or to your family situation, we will have someone contact you offline to discuss your specific question. We certainly do not want to share public personal information over the public webinar. And if someone asks a question that we cannot answer right now, we will get your contact information so we can follow up with you. So we'll take a look at some of the questions that are in the Q&A feature. And Ms. McLean and Ms. Surbeck and our principals, I will ask you to help me with answering some of those questions as we facilitate the question and answers. So the first question that I see is about the waiting list. Will there be a waiting list, and how does that work? And Ms. Surbeck, will you talk a little bit about the waiting list?
Yes, thank you, Todd. That is a great question that we get asked many times. The lottery will be performed, like Ms. McLean said, through a third party. All lottery participants that qualify will go into that lottery. The number of seats that is allotted for each program will be offered seats. Those remaining seats in the order that the lottery was performed will be put on a wait list. So once those seats are offered, they get a certain amount of time to respond to that and accept their seat. Once that happens, we'll go back to that wait list and start offering seats to the wait list students. So also that will come out by email. So watch for that. We do that at the end of grading periods as well. So it's not just at the beginning of the school year. So if your child does not get the opportunity to be offered a seat at the beginning of the school year, please hold on, because at the grading periods, you may get that opportunity. So watch your dashboard for updates on that. Okay.
We have a couple of questions related to the flow of students, I guess you could say, from one school to another. So, Mr. Cook, if for example, if you have fifth graders that are in the program at Pleasant Ridge, do those fifth graders automatically get to go to Cramerton?
That's a good question, Mr. Hagens. And, students have to continue to meet the criteria. They have to continue to make good grades, have good attendance and good behaviors, and then they will continue to move on to that next grade level.
And I assume that is the same situation, Mrs. Steiner, with going to Forestview. When you reach the 8th grade, I guess you could say you have a priority of going into the Forestview program, but you have to meet the requirements for the program.
Yes, sir, that is correct. We at Cramerton's choice program, we have spots available for Pleasant Ridge students because they are already in that track. And so as long as they continue in good standings with grades and meeting that criteria with grades and attendance, then they continue, as well as we have lottery spots available. If they continue that and are successful in our program, then yes, they feed to Forestview's program as well.
And another question for you, Ms. Steiner, the high school courses in middle school, at what grade level do students start taking the high school courses?
We actually, Mr. Higgins, we start in the 7th grade. In 7th grade, they have the opportunity to start with world history and the majority of our students in our AIG program are slated to take world history in the 7th grade, which is a good spot for them to start and get their feet wet, essentially, with high school courses and understand the rigor that is needed to be successful in those. And then in 8th grade is when they take the English 1, the math 1, and Spanish 1.
And another question for you about Cramerton. You mentioned that students participate in seminars. What does that exactly mean?
So our seminars are based on what we call the Socratic seminars. So students are challenged with a piece of higher level literature or maybe a piece of art, something that is going to extend their thinking, be a little outside of their comfort zone, probably of what they're used to reading or understanding. And it's designed to be that way. It's designed to challenge them in their thinking. And so our students sit around in a circle or semicircle, and they are asked very challenging questions. And the point of the seminar is so that they can think about what they're learning, be able to communicate that to their peers, and their peers can then listen to what and how they interpret pieces of literature or art, and then extend their own thinking. It's a way of them growing not only their conversational skills, but it's also a way for them to extend their thinking and see different aspects of the environment. And Mr. Cook can also probably speak to that as well, because at Pleasant Ridge, they start at Pleasant Ridge, and then we continue that here at Cramerton on a wide school-wide scale.
Yes, I was going to piggyback off of you, Ms. Steiner, and just say, yes, at Pleasant Ridge, we do the Socratic seminars with the National Paideia as well. So the kids are coming from Pleasant Ridge with a good, solid understanding of the seminars, and then transfer over to the middle school to continue that.
And one question that we have, if you have a 5th grader at Pleasant Ridge who is in good standing, meeting the requirements for the program, does that student need to fill out the application for Cramerton, or are you already having that conversation about that student going directly to Cramerton?
Ms. Serbeck, do you want me to answer that, or?
I'm happy to answer that. So all students at Pleasant Ridge that are still remain in good standing automatically go over. Not necessary to do any applications. We reach out to them individually, and we move them over with an easy transition.
And we have a question about the application. When an application is submitted, when would we find out if we were chosen? And I think that will come following the lottery on April the 1st, Ms. McLean, that's correct, that you would receive an email confirming your placement or whether you got into the program that you applied for.
That is correct. It will come as an email, and later that evening, typically that's when notice is given to the parent or to the family.
And you all, we are getting close to 1 o'clock, which is our stopping point for our webinar. We will try to answer maybe 1 or 2 more questions. And if we do not get to your question, or if you think of a question this afternoon or at some other time that you would like to get some information about, please feel free to email us at schoolchoice@gaston.k12.nc.us, and someone will get information to you to help answer your question. Again, send us an email at schoolchoice@gaston.k12.nc.us. Ms. Yavalak, we have a question related to the virtual academy, and I think the person is asking about if we are in continuing to deal with the pandemic next school year, the virtual learning will be offered through the home high school or the home school if the student still wants a connection to that school, that the virtual academy for next year will be designed, intended for its original design.
Yes, sir. That is correct. So the plan for next year and for this choice, the choice window is students who are filling out the application to come to GVA will be moved into what GVA was intended for. And so we're going to kind of shift backwards a little bit to the program that we had run the last 3 years. And those students will be transferred into our school for the choice program, just like they would any other school. Students who wish to stay enrolled at their home school but are looking for a virtual option, the principals and the curriculum teams are going to work on what a virtual program would look like through their home school. So that'll be something totally separate from our choice program.
Okay. And we'll take one more question. It's relating to the college credits at Ashbrook and the college credits that are earned through Gaston College. Dr. Wilson, those college credits will transfer to most universities, especially your public university and colleges.
That is correct. And that is a great question. So any credits that are earned will be able to transfer to any of the 16 state universities or colleges. But we also found that almost all the universities or colleges in the state of North Carolina, besides Davidson and Wake Forest, accept any of those transfers. And we have found that out of state also accept those transfers, including some of the Ivy League schools. Now, all schools will recognize an associate's degree, but the credits will transfer. Of course, it is dependent on the school, what it transfers, what it takes place of. But that's why we encourage the associate's degree, because that is a guarantee. 2 years of a 4-year or 6 years, Ms. Hauser discussed, college that you will not have to do or to pay for.
I would like to let everyone know that our school choice programs, ideally a student enters a school choice program as a kindergartner, a 6th grader, or a 9th grader. However, for some of our programs, we do have limited space available at other grade levels, and we invite everyone to go to the school choice webpage that we have on the district website for more information about the number of seats that are available and at what grade levels. You can find that on the Gaston County Schools website. We would like everyone to know that this webinar coincides with this week being National School Choice Week. We realize that students and parents have options, and we sincerely appreciate you taking time to explore the many options and choices that we have available in Gaston County Schools. We certainly believe that choosing Gaston County Schools is the best choice because of the caring teachers, the effective academic programs, and the many outstanding resources that we have available for students. We look forward to having your family as part of our 21 school choice programs in 2021. For more information about school choice, we invite you to go to the Gaston County Schools website and click on the school choice icon. And we want you to submit your questions to us, especially the questions that we did not get to during today's webinar. You can submit those questions by email. The email address is schoolchoice@gaston.k12.nc.us. Again, thank you for being with us today for our school choice information session, and we hope you have a great afternoon.